Oh, hello there. I was just catching up on a little bit of The Art of Happiness, a suggestion by Frank Lewis, a book that I should have done in about 30 days. If I'm not mistaken, was that the time, Frank? Let me know in the comments below. I've always wanted to read this book, and so I have started reading it today. There you go. You have it. I'm reading a book. I haven't read a book in a long time, and I think this is one I really need to read. Today has been a rough day. It started out with the video I created earlier today. You can go check that out there. Before that, I actually filmed about a 3-minute episode of, I feel like an emotional breakdown that I had that at the time as it started, as it was happening, there was this inner voice that said, you should capture this moment. This is a moment you need to capture. And I don't know why, but I did. And of course, my brain goes to the first place. Well, I can create content with it. But then I watched it, and it's not pretty. There's a little clip of it that I added in just because I felt like I wanted to share that part of me in the moment. Things are always so fine and dandy on here. I'm eating crazy shit, and I love it, and I love doing this. And I have the most amazing life. I have the most beautiful family in the world that make me so happy. But sometimes little things in life, like stumbling on a memory of a lost dog, is or one that's passed, it just does it to me. And it puts me down into a deep dip. Oh, I can't say this. A deep pit of despair. And it's hard to crawl out of. So I crawled out of it today. And where did I end up? I ended up walking to the bank because our insurance check came yesterday for the water damage that had been done to our basement apartment, which was exciting. So I called up just to make sure because their name was on the check too. So I had to go to the bank to have them sign it as well. Lady said it was fine. I go down there. It's not fine. She's like, your name isn't on the mortgage. I'm like, ugh. I try to be as kind and patient with people as I can, and I knew this was coming anyway because it happens every time I have to deal with this bank or even call them. My mother passed away 6 years ago. Her name was the original and only name on the mortgage, but when she passed away without a will, I had to get an executor of the estate, so that it said that I was her only living descendant and the only person that could lay claim to it. So I did that. Had her death certificate, and finally it was, what the hell was it? 2019, I believe it was. I finally walked in with those two forms, gave them to the people at this bank. They processed it, and I was able to get my name on the mortgage. So when I came in today and I'm faced with it again, I'm like, she'll figure it out in a few minutes, but she doesn't. And I said, ma'am, I'm really sorry. I'm like, already I've had one emotional breakdown today, and I'm already stressed out because of the house, because of the car, all the things that have happened in the last few weeks. I mean, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. But I'm already at like my wit's end, and I'm trying to be as patient and kind. And instead of being angry, I feel like I'm leaning towards crying again as I'm talking to this woman. I'm just done. I can't deal with this. I've dealt with it for 6 years. No matter what she tried, she cannot find it in the system. I said, all right, I'll go home. I'll dig around. I'll see if I can find them. In the meantime, she promised to keep looking, which was angelic of her because I think she could tell I was about to lose my mind. Go home, almost immediately find it. Alongside both of those forms, though, I find a letter dated January 24th of 2019 that basically says exactly what I've been saying for the last 4 years. I've been saying, I am this person. This is my house. I'm the only person you can talk to. That's it. I find it and I bring it in and we get it all resolved. And finally at the end I said, Anne, this proves I'm not crazy, right? Because at this point I'm like, maybe I never came in and did that. Maybe I'm out of my mind. She's like, no, it does. You're fine. She's like, and the last thing she's laughing when she says this is like, I couldn't interest you in opening an account with us. And I laughed and I said, have a good day. And she was laughing. So it ended well, but I could feel it climaxing to this point where I was like, I'm going to either cry or run into traffic right now. And that's why I think we all need the art of happiness in our lives. Sometimes those little situations, I'm sure Frank Lewis would be able to tell you a lot better than I could. But I've owned this book for about 10 or 12 years. Recently put away all my books that I own. All my fantasy books, everything, almost 99% of all my books. Only things that I kept out were books that people gave me, books from people that I know who have written them, and The Art of Happiness, and maybe like 3 or 4 other books. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I honestly do want to read it, but I haven't read a book in almost, I'd say 3 years. I don't know what happened. I could read a book like this. I mean, not like this, but this size in, easily 3 hours and move along with my day to another book or another thing. But something somewhere along the lines, I don't know what happened. My love for reading just kind of dissipated, and it's a chore now to kind of sit down. And I feel like something that's like a self-help or a spiritual book or anything that's not fiction is going to be even harder for me right now to focus on, but I'm going to power through this. I've always loved the Dalai Lama. Mr. Lama, you're awesome. Mr. Lama. Anyway, while we're here, to not waste an episode, I figured why not eat something. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree. Not any old Dollar Tree, though. This Dollar Tree has $3 items and $5 items and dollar items. Or I think it's $1.25, $3.25, $5.25 now. And I'd never seen these. If you go back, I think there's an episode where I did a shitload of peep reviews. It's a lot of sugar. But I hadn't done these, and I'd never seen these before. These are the Sparkly Wildberry Peeps. And so we're so close to Easter now, I thought, why not murder some little bunnies? Imagine if bunny was the choice for Easter meal. You should always think about what you're eating, what you're putting into your body, what you're consuming, why you're consuming it. Do you need it? What the hell's wrong with this package? Nothing for $1.25 or less should be this hard to get into. Okay, we're in. Ooh, they have a very soft, gentle smell. I wish I could share this smell with you. I wish you could reach through the screen and smell these, because it is one of the nicest smells I've ever smelled. It's very pleasant and springy, but not floral. It's like a pastry fruity smell. I can't explain it any other way. I really like the look of these. I hope that eating sparkles won't kill me. Do you have a technique when you begin to consume a peep? Do you eat the ears? Do you rip the ears off? The eyes? I used to eat the eyes out when I was a little kid. But right now I'm just going to go for its guts. I wasn't expecting like tangy. The head of my enemy. I was not expecting it to be as tangy as it was. Like I expected really, as much as, like the smell doesn't make me think tangy at all. It makes me think sweet and soft and gentle like a pillow. Like a pillow you can eat. But this has got like a tangy fruit taste to it. I can't say that it's bad. I just didn't expect it. I'm going to eat an ear. Okay. I like the ear better. You know why? There was less of the fruity and more of the sugary. Wow. That's good. That's different and it's unique. It's a flavor that I'm not, familiar with. It's definitely like a wild berry. If you think about wild berries, I guess, whenever anything's wild berry or wild punch or something like that, tropical punch. It's not punchy though. I can't really explain it. It's more of a raspberry. If I had to, I'd say it's more leaning towards a sour raspberry with a nice sweet coating. It's soft. It's nice to chew. I can't say enough stuff about it. I would score this in the world of peeps as an 8. It's one of the better peeps that I've had. One of the remarkable ones. One of the ones that had a flavor that was different and it didn't just taste like a sugary marshmallow. Good job, peeps. Sharing is caring. And if you like sharing as much as I love making these videos, you should consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hit the little bell icon. It'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love and never let your inner child die. Oh, my God. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. I'm Jason Oliver, and this is the Vodkast. I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, everybody.